Hey everybody, it's Toys of Arkham here, and sure, why not? I'll come back again with another review while I have the time and I am in the mood. So this is one of my newest editions. Um, I've gotten a few new Hot Toys recently. This one is maybe in the collection a few months. I also got the Alien Romulus Scorched Xenomorph that I might review as well. That's an awesome figure, but a few other bits and pieces. But look, let's just focus on this guy first. And of course, this is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in a Deadpool Wolverine movie that we've all seen at this stage, I'm sure. Um, yeah, I'm just going to do a very quick review. I know there are lots of amazing YouTubers out there who have gone through this figure with great detail and all the accessories and everything else. I'm just going to review what's in front of me. I think I have a bag with accessories that is somewhere. I only think there are extra hands with this. I don't think there's anything else. But of course, this is the version of him as he is towards the end of the movie, battle damaged and all. Now, some people are not too, let me say, not that they're not happy with the figure, but they'll say, well, sure, it's not true Wolverine if he has all scrapes and gashes across him, given that he regenerates and heals very quickly. But nonetheless, look, for those few seconds or minutes when he is injured, I just think the battle damage makes the whole figure look a lot more interesting. There's a lot more detail. I did have the other one on pre-order, the clean version with all the his suit on him and all the rest. But once I saw this one announced, I quickly cancelled the other one because I just think this, as I said, is far more interesting. And I just think that physique, the body that they have on him is fantastic. Obviously, that's not on the other figure. All you see are his arms. But this is really cool. It looks very realistic and accurate to the physique he had in that movie. So it also comes with this mask, and the mask itself, again, is battle damage, has blood all over it, but it doesn't go on him, which is a bit of a shame because there is a scene where he just has the mask on and he has his top off like this, and the trousers are, they'd be similar to the way they are now, and he has this on. So I don't know why they give us that if, you know, you can't actually put that on his head. They maybe should have given us a second sculpt and had the battle damage on it. It's a bit of a shame. It's a lost opportunity. There's this zip-up jacket that goes on him too. It's very nice. Actually, wouldn't mind one of these in full size if they were to make it. It's nice navy and orange, and it fits him really well. You just have to be careful taking these hands off. You couldn't obviously try and put that on if you were to leave those hands off. Sorry, hands on. So yeah, the base is like a raised platform with Wolverine in writing there at the bottom, and it's got this sort of grated effect on the top, and then it's got this separate accessory which seems to be like a set of drawers that you would put tools in or something like that, that has been sliced, and this bit has come off. There's lots of really good detail on that. It looks like it's metal, but it's not, it's just plastic. So just moving up the figure here, you can see these trousers, this sort of how would you, I suppose it would be a sort of a latexy kind of leather, but anyway, in reality it's like a pleather, rubbery type of texture that they have on this, and it has this sort of dried in blood effect. So he's been in battle, and the boots are very cool. A lot of the figures these days are, their feet are getting much bigger. Noticing that, I saw that with the Superman as well, the latest Superman figure. He has these big feet, and obviously it makes it easier for them to balance and stand, but I don't know, don't go any bigger than that or they'll start looking like penguins or something, or ducks. So anyway, look, the trousers are very detailed. You just can't fault Hot Toys once they're really good at the whole battle damage version of figures. That's what I really like. That in a way I would have liked these what would you call them, claws, his blades, to have blood on them. Seeing as he's been in a fight, would make sense if these had blood on them, but they don't. They're also plastic, which is unusual. I've got Wolverines in the past and they've had metal blades, so I don't know why they're going backwards here, but they are. Now, usually the highlight of these figures is the face sculpt, but I have to say the body on this is fantastic. It just looks so like the physique of Hugh Jackman. And bear in mind, oh, sorry, I'll pop this off the stand because we've had a look at that. But bear in mind, Hugh Jackman, he's not a young guy. He's obviously put in a huge amount of work. I know those of you who go to the gym regularly and who are into health and fitness and all that stuff might say, oh, sure, he's on this substance and that substance and whatever. But, you know, so be it. If he is, you know, he's obviously doing it safely, and he is doing it for the role, and then he stops doing whatever it is he had to do to get like this. So, you know, anyway, it's a bit of a sacrifice that we should nearly be thanking him for rather than criticizing him for, if he did it. I'm not saying he did. Anyway, I digress. So you can see there's a bit of depth to these cuts, and there's blood spatter all around it, all these different gashes. And also, because he's so lean and ripped, they did a great job on putting emphasis and highlighting veins in this. You can actually see the veins popping through his skin, very much so here, even on his stomach, and it just looks very realistic. And the type of material they're using, it's a I believe a medical grade silicone that you can safely put into different poses without worrying about it being damaged or tearing. And I've had what are known as Fison TB League figures that have this very soft silicone, and they do tear and rip over time. And a lot of that is down to just they get it dried out, and the moisture in the material eventually, depending on obviously the environment you're in. I'm in Ireland here. It's not too cold or not too warm. It's just kind of middle of the road type of temperature, and even my house isn't like overly hot or anything, and still in that type of environment they do disintegrate. So far so good with this anyway. So let's have a look at the head sculpt, and I think that just is, they've nailed it. They don't always nail it. There's a little bit of a, especially with Hugh Jackman, there's a little bit of a, you know, a miss with some of these head sculpts, but they've really got it good here. The mouth slightly open, the hair, the facial hair, all fantastic. The eyes look amazing. I have them off to the side. There is this rolling eyeball system in this head sculpt, so you can have his eyes look whichever way you want, and that's a massive difference. They're really starting to do that with a lot of their figures, and what it does is it just adds so much to the realism. And when you pose them, you can move their eyes and really bring out different expressions in the poses, and of course in the facial expression. So as I said, it's just fantastic. I'd highly recommend this figure. It's another 10 out of 10 for me. I think Hot Toys just outdid themselves again. This body, this the closest they've done to this physique is the Bane figure, and that Bane 2.0 has that sort of silicone as well, and it's again holding up for me anyway in my collection. There's no issues with it. This guy just looks so real, he really does. and it poses very well. There's a sort of a ratchet system in the joints, so when it clicks into place, you know it's going to hold the pose very well. And under certain lighting, this guy just looks fantastic. He's fairly well lit here, but you can have him better than that, and the shading really pops the muscles and the realism, and you can make him look very cinematic. The only thing that lets it down in terms of the realism are the joints on the wrists, which some figure companies such as Caustic Plastic have the joints originate, let's say up here in the forearm, and then they don't have any bend in the wrist, so it just shows a sort of a single joint with no break in the points of articulation, which obviously adds to the realism. The problem with that is that I think you really need a clothed figure to get away with that. In other words, if he has a shirt or a sweater on, then you can get away with that because the joint is hidden up here beyond the clothes line, if you want to put it that way, whereas here you couldn't get away with that with this particular figure. So they still need to put articulation in it, because we do like to pose our hot toys. All right, well look, I don't have anything further to say other than well impressed with this figure. Thanks for tuning in again. It's always a pleasure, and if you want to ask me any questions, please do, and maybe even consider subscribing, liking as well. Anyway, talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.